What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Chuds BBQ. My name is Bradley Robinson, and today I'm going to show you how I made these beautiful, delicious, smoky, deep-fried, briskety Brisket Rangoons. Coming up. This is a brisket. Pat it dry. This is a USDA prime brisket. Picked this up at my local HEB. Nothing too fancy, looks good to me. So let's go ahead and get this thing trimmed up. Starting where I always start, on this old decal fat on the back. Here, pull that right on out. Don't need that. Well, we're back here. We'll taper these edges. Take some of the silver skin and fat off. Round off the point. We'll take down this edge a little bit. Oh yeah. Fat removed. And I know you've seen me trim briskets many times before, but it's actually been a minute since I did this, a couple months. So just trying to make things aerodynamic, nice and rounded off. You know the drill, folks. And of course, I've got a couple of videos going into much greater detail if this is your first time seeing me trim a brisket. But backside looking pretty good, nice and clean, love it. Take this big chunk of fat out of here, round off this point a little bit, and start taking down this fat cap. Really not much to it, folks. I say that because I've trimmed hundreds of briskets, but just gotta get your practice reps in. Looking good. Give that the old Chud scrape. Smooth out those knife marks. Ooh, so pretty. And now, finally, to give this thing some shape, taper that corner, round it off, take down this edge a little bit, and there we go. Beautiful looking, nicely trimmed brisket. Got some good shape on it, only a little bit of scalping. Beautiful. That took maybe, what, 4 minutes? Still got it, folks. I take this down a little bit more. Looking good to me. Let's get this thing seasoned up. For rub today, I'm going with the classic suspect, which is SPG, 2-part 16 mesh black pepper, 1 part diamond crystal kosher salt, and 1/2 part granulated garlic. Yeah. And we're gonna start on the backside. And just get it all over, folks. Oh yeah. No need for a binder, and no need to be too scarce with this stuff. Because of its low sodium content, you can really put a lot on there, and that's gonna get you an incredibly nice, thick, dark bark, which is what we're all after. Flip it over. And please, folks, don't forget the sides. Come on, rookie move. Hate to see it. Beautiful, looking good to me. Let's fire up the pit. And on the pit we go. Fat cap up, fatty side toward the fire. And we're gonna rock this pit around 250 degrees for the first 3-4 hours, and then bump it up to 275 until it's time to wrap. We are about 10 hours into this brisket cook. Don't mind my little snack here. Let's see how we are looking. Ooh, 175-ish, 171. Feeling pretty nice. Beautiful bark on there. I think it's about time we wrap this up. But first, this video is brought to you by Fly by Jing. If you're not familiar with Fly by Jing, you're missing out on a whole world of flavor. I've been using their products for years, and I just can't seem to get enough of their spicy, tingly Szechuan flavors. Whether it's the chili crisp with the zong sauce, or my new favorite, which is this chili crisp vinaigrette, unbelievably tasty. I got a jar about a week ago, and I am almost out, so I'm really glad I have this new one. But all these products are unlike anything you have in your cabinet, and it's an amazing way to add incredible flavor to any meal. And right now is the best time ever to try Fly by Jing, whether it's just for yourself, or if you want to give a spicy gift to the foodie in your life. Fly by Jing went all out on their holiday sale, and it's happening right now. It's their biggest sale ever, and you're not gonna find a better deal. What I got right here in this nice little green box is the By Jing Holiday Bundle, and it comes with the chili crisp, the extra spicy chili crisp. This stuff is awesome. The zong sauce and the malted spice mix, as well as this super tasty chili crisp vinaigrette. And you've seen me use these in other videos. I really genuinely love these products. They are so flavorful, so tasty, and they go great on pretty much anything and everything. And with this convenient gift set, you can get all my favorite items in one box. I'm probably gonna order a few just to stock up my pantry. Because I go through this stuff pretty quick. So shop the sale now at flybyjing.com and get up to 50% off before they sell out. Again, I'll have a link in the description box of this video taking you to flybyjing.com where you can get up to 50% off. I highly recommend it. Thank you, Fly by Jing. So good. Ooh, hot. Looking good, nice and barky. Oh, love that, smelling so good. And of course, we're gonna give this the old foil boat. Beautiful. Gotta love the old foil boat. Check out Daniel Vaughn's recent article about the foil boat. We talked all about it. Anywho, back on the pit this goes to finish off. After a couple hours, this brisket came up to temp around 200 degrees. It was probing nice and tender. And then I opened the door and it's been sitting like this for like 3 hours. Just resting away as the fire died, getting a little extra smoke, and letting this thing come down in temperature. Right now, it's about 155, 160 internal. So now, into my toaster oven this goes to hold at 150 degrees overnight. What a fit. I'll see y'all tomorrow. It is the next day, well, the next evening actually, and it's time to bust out our cream cheese filling. So into this bowl here, I'm going in with 2 blocks of some cream cheese. And these are cold, so on the smoker they go for a little bit to soften up. And while we wait for that to soften up, let's go ahead and dice up some of these green onions. Also gonna crush up a couple cloves of garlic. Beautiful. After just a few moments in the smoker, our cream cheese has fully softened and likely picked up some smoke flavor. But now it's time to go in with the rest of our ingredients, which is going to be a dash of some soy sauce, dash of some Worcestershire sauce, a couple shots of some fish sauce, why not? Our minced garlic, all of our green onion, a little shake of some chud rub, and we're going with a spoonful of the zong sauce from Fly by Jing. And clearly I'm just kind of winging it here because you can pretty much do whatever you want for the inside of a crab rangoon, but the Worcestershire soy sauce, green onion, ginger, all common suspects found in most crab rangoons. And just get that all nice and mixed up. Needs a little more zong and a little more soy. Don't want this to be too salty because we are adding brisket to this, but it's gotta be flavorful, folks. And now I think it's time to see how this brisket came out. It's been resting at 150 for like 15 hours now. I was gonna cut into this earlier, but you know, I shot 2 other videos today, so what can you do? Smelling good, beautiful bark on there. Ooh, love that. Oops, oh no, don't mind if I do. Beautiful looking bark on there, folks. This thing shrunk up quite a bit. Let's go ahead and cut this right in half. There we have it, looking good, nice and juicy. Gotta love that. I'm gonna take burn ends off of both sides today. Nothing wrong with that, folks. Come on. Gotta love some juicy burn ends. So for the rangoons, I'm thinking of doing 2 different styles. One with a dollop of cream cheese topped with one of these lovely little tiny burn ends, then wrapped in a wonton wrapper. And with some others, mix some chopped beef in there, which is why I took off both ends of that fatty side. Now, I totally did not need to cook a brisket specifically for this recipe. I think we all know that I've got plenty of extra brisket floating around that I could have used. But like I said, it's been a couple months since I cooked a brisket, and I was due. I gotta say, it's a nice looking slice of fatty. Nice and juicy, nice render. Nothing wrong with that. Let's give that a little taste test, shall we? It's so good. Gotta love some brisket, folks. I tell you what. Beautiful, fatty, tender, barky. Love it. Beautiful stuff, I tell you. Next up, let's focus on our wonton wrappers. Let's see how these are looking. I got these at my local grocery store. They're looking beautiful. Oh, they're so thin. Oh, so we got our 6 wonton wrappers. I got a little bowl of water here. And I'm just gonna go around the outside edge of one of these. Get it nice and moist. That way it'll stick together when we fold it all up. Then we're gonna take a nice little dollop of our cream cheese scalliony filling here. And then we'll take one of our beautiful little brisket burn ends and we'll plop it right on top. Love it. Although that does look awfully tall. Now we're gonna try and fold this up. Oh, I ripped it. Yeah. I messed this one up, folks. So close, but I tore it on the sides. We're gonna try this again. Slightly smaller amount of goo this time. And now we attempt to wrap this up. Bring these edges up so they all meet in the middle. Oh, there we go. I think we did it. Oh, how pretty. Lovely little brisket rangoon. And now we repeat. You know, once you start thinking about the whole rangoon situation, it's really just a cream cheese filling that's getting deep fried, and that leads to a whole world of possibilities. Buffalo chicken dip, rangoons dipped in blue cheese. Pfft, yes, please. Side one put together, and now we're gonna lift up these other sides so everyone meets in the middle. There we go. Nothing to it. And just like that, all 6 of our beautiful little burnt end rangoons are done. And for the rest of them, I'm gonna take some of this chopped beef here and go right into the cream cheese, which I think is probably gonna be a little bit easier. And you may be thinking, Brad, how many brisket rangoons are you gonna make? I don't know, probably a few, but tell me you don't wanna have this lying around. That's a straight up brisket dip. Same deal, folks. Nice moist edges. Bust out your little scooper doodad here. We can go a little bit heavier now because we're not putting a giant chunk of brisket on top. And then corners together. Corner 3 and corner 4. Nice. Oh yeah, that was way easier. Beautiful. Looking good. Let's fry them off. Now that our oil is nice and hot, let's go ahead and throw a few of these things in and see how they do. Yoink. Cooking around 350 degrees. I'm just gonna kind of bounce these around, make sure they get nice and golden brown everywhere. And they're floating, how cute. And just like that, after just a few minutes, round one is looking beautiful. Coming out, boop. I must say, I am impressed by these wrappers because as you can see, these things are inflating quite a bit with whatever air is trapped in there. And the fact that none of them are popping is pretty insane. Batch number 2 coming out. And now for the final batch, which is the burnt end batch. Ooh. And just like that, all 3 batches have been fried off and 0 have burst or popped. Honestly, I didn't see that one coming. Makes me very happy. That means I get to reuse all this beef fat. I mean, just look at this magnificent pile of deep fried cream cheesy briskety goodness. Oh, I'm so excited. And I'm also quite impressed that they actually stack up in a pyramid like that. Anywho, let's dive in. I gotta say, it's not every day I throw some brisket into a deep fryer, but look at this guy. It's so thick and plump and crunchy and crispy, and I just gotta go for it. That's phenomenal. A tad rich. Oh my God, that is so good. When I was making Rangoon Pyramid over here, I kind of mixed up all the burn end and chopped ones, so I can't really tell which is which. That was definitely a burn end one, and it was incredible. Although the burn end did pull out, leaving me with a hollow shell here, but just incredibly meaty. So good. I need to get a dipping sauce. Go with my new best friend, chili crisp vinaigrette. Whoop. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that, folks. There we go. Now we'll just fill this little cavity right on up. Oh. This stuff is addicting. Talk about a crowd pleaser. If you show up with these at any party, game over. Beautiful. Just a nice little shell full of brisket and cream cheese, scallions, and whatever else I threw in there. Nice little dip, dip, dip. I mean, come on. Oh. The soy, the garlic, the brisket, the cream cheese, the deep fry. That is absolutely spectacular. This is another one of those kind of gimmicky ideas that I thought would be fun to make, mostly because I was overdue for a brisket cook, but these are kind of blowing my mind right now. These are absolutely fantastic. And there we go. That's a burn end in there. Oh, love it. Dip, dip, dip. Oh, there's so much meatier. As if a brisket burn end needed any improving. I mean, you wrap it in a wonton, deep fried in Wagyu beef fat, surrounded with cream cheese and soy sauce and all those other tasty ingredients, and wow, that's a hell of a bite. And they're just so cute and crunchy. Do you know how many of these you could make with a single brisket? You could feed a whole football game. That is so good. Wow. Honestly, I'm a little concerned that I made so many of these because there's no one here right now and there's no one to stop me from eating all of them. But if I do that, I'll probably die. So I need to put these out of reach. Carl! But before I go, it's time for the official taste test. All right, y'all, and that is it. That is how to make some absolutely fantastic brisket rangoons. I highly recommend giving this one a try, especially if you just have some leftover brisket. Grab yourself a block of cream cheese and some wonton wrappers, and you'll have an amazing appetizer that can feed a whole crowd in a very small amount of time. But that being said, if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that subscribe button. Let YouTube know by dropping a like on this video. If you give this recipe a try for yourself, be sure to tag me on Instagram at Chuds BBQ. I'd love to see what y'all are cooking. Big shout out to all the Patreon members. Thank you for supporting Team Chud and allowing me to keep making all these videos. And until the next time I see you, please go cook something outside. Peace.